Tay. Hello, sexy souls. Oh, immediately it got the attention. It sent out the whatever. Alrighty, guys. How's everybody been doing? Hope everybody's been doing well. Okay, so I was first off, like, I don't know why I'm getting like waves of heat. And before I was coming on, I did my little cleansing ritual and things like that. And I kept feeling like this, like somebody just wanting to get mad, somebody just wanting to be angry, right? Like not spiteful. What is the word? There was this energy of Spirit just said malice. I don't know if it's malice. It was just like this energy of constantly churning and turning something over and over and over again. Like, you know, when you will replay a conversation a million times, think of all the different ways that you could have said something one-on-one, and that it could have gone this way, and it's like you just get riled up inside because of it. Like, that's the way that it felt. Now, we are always going to put a shield of protection and veil over the readings so that untoward energies do not seek us out. How are you? And any untoward energies, any negative. People always talk about malevolent, and it's like, well, benevolent energy can also work against you as well. So any energies that work against the message, the people receiving the message, or the reader is sent back, amplified. Okay, so it was really just this like kind of energy, like just over and over and over again, right? Like incessant. And when I was like, okay, let go of the energy, and like my temperature is suddenly raising all of a sudden. And I'm like, good freaking God, like it's hot, and it's not hot. It's really nice in here. And I'm like, like when you drink coffee, young ones may not know this. And your metabolism goes, oh, are we working today? And like you get this surge of heat. No, it's not that time for me. Okay, I don't get hot flashes like ever. But you know what I'm talking about, right? So it was really like this energy of just like somebody's frustrated, somebody's angry. I'm not so sure that's who I'm reading for, because I feel somebody that is trying to clear and cleanse and wash and refrain from absorbing those types of energies, almost like I want to be like this and throw it off. And so there may be somebody around someone or someone affiliated with you in some capacity that is just with something. And then the other thing that actually I got before all of that was next step. Almost like, when you're doing instructions, you're putting something together. And one person's reading off the instructions, and the other person's like doing the thing, and it's like, okay, what's next? Like you're not stopping. You're listening to the next step. It's so weird though. They want me to differentiate because I kept wanting to put the next step on the title, and they're like, next step. And so it's almost like this tandem thing. Like that's why it reminds me of somebody building something. It's like, instead of you going to spirit going, what is the next step? Like there's something very big about it. It's like you're in process, in motion, doing something. Things are unraveling or happening as spirit is kind of like, or maybe somebody else is giving you like further instructions. Like it's not having to stop, wait, ask what the next step is, and ponder. Okay, should I do this? It's like there is no pause. There's this continuous flow, and it's like just next step, next. Like it's just a conversation that's happening. So maybe that level of being able to just kind of like proceed with something quickly, or the level of flow of something. It's almost like not having to ask what the next step is, because sometimes we rack our brains, we're looking, we're trying to figure it out. Like, I don't get it. And then we finally ask. It is this symbiotic relationship between you and spirit, where it's just it's like your intuition is feeding you as you're in movement. And before you can get the request next step, it's moving on to like things are being said. Like there's no pauses between the steps. that may have somebody very frustrated, or like, I don't know if somebody's trying to trip you up, send negative energy your way. I do feel like you are feeling the energy. You are in a state of knowing it's not yours, and it's almost like, you know how like you walk through. Imagine, I don't know why they're giving me this image, right? They're like, water's too easy to get rid of. Like I'm gonna say walking through a waterfall, right? And like the water just starts to drip off you, and you just gotta like fling it off. But it's like, imagine slime being poured over you, and it's not as easy to slough off, right? And you're like, oh, it has a level of thickness, even though it's fluid and it'll flow right off of you. So maybe there's some ritual work or some type of protection work that can be done here to allow things just to roll right off of you. And so, but it does feel like you're aware of it. Like, I just want to be like, you know, like you wouldn't necessarily be able to do that with water. You could fling your hand. Like if something's on you and you can, like slime, you know, like for those who don't know, I mean, I guess I still kind of do it, but like back in the day, Nickelodeon was massively big for their getting slime shit, right? And so that's what that's what it feels like. Like there's this goo of energy, and you're just like, it's not something that can stick to you. It is like enough that I just want to keep doing this. I just want to, like, you know what I mean? And I feel like somebody maybe pushing that on you, kicking up dust around you energetically, things like that. So you're aware of it, and I think that because somebody else is throwing a fit, that's what it feels like to me. Somebody else may be throwing a fit. That things are just kind of moving along for you. Like I can't help but. Oh, this is, hey, thank you. This is a collective read, guys. So it's not private readings. Give me just a second. I think maybe we it's at a stage where, like, I get this notion, like maybe taking a spiritual bath and just like washing it off and like feeling good. I do feel like stepping into a tube. I don't know why they want me to say that. You know, it's almost like the idea of like force fields, or, you know, a energetic protection. Like, I don't know how, like, it's almost like stepping into a tube and being able to seal it off so nothing can permeate it. They're showing me like somebody having like, oh, love and light around them, and it's like that's still permeable. Like the level of energy that it takes to keep that churned and going and charged, it's like stuff still gets through. And it's the idea of having like a sealed container around you. So you feel nothing, you know, like it's like going from an extremely hot outdoors indoors, and it's so nice and cool. You're like, you know, like the feeling of walking through the air that you could cut with a knife because it's so freaking thick and dense. And then like feeling like because it's dense, you're wading through it, and then you get inside and you're like, like the weight is lifted, the air is thin, you can just, so there's something about that. So I would suggest for somebody that maybe there is a level of protection, trying something different with what you surround yourself with. I think that there's an association that if you're in an airtight container, that there's a lack of freedom. But in this scenario, it feels like that's exactly the freedom that you need. It's being free from, I don't know, there's this, it's like collecting energies, but I do feel like it's from a specific environment or a specific person. I almost said people, might be people. And so it's just a level of none of it being able to get to you, right? When you're inside in the cold air, none of that sticky nastiness can get to you. So I don't know why I grabbed this. So I think that we're talking about next step. Like whatever is happening next. But again, there's not this, I'm not getting a sense of a pause, if that makes sense. It's just like one thing rolling right into another. They said like a hamster wheel or a hamster ball. All right, here we go. Hi, Manishka. Let your intentions be known. And it's the minstrel card, which is like, is your expression, your expression. Okay. Oh, geez, good God, seriously. Okay, for whatever reason, I'm like, this right here, they're bringing me to this one first. You will be guided through darkness is the idea of not knowing how to implement something or not knowing how to do something. And it's like, we'll figure it out on the way. So it's one of those things where it's like, that's what I get, the energy I get. There's not this stopping to like trying to overanalyze, figure something out, assess the situation. Okay, now it's like just doing, just consistent, constant doing. And it's like, I'll figure it out. So it's almost like planning for something that you don't even have a plan for. I know it sounds really like you're like winging it. You're just agreeing to something before you know the means of it. Like, because it says use your skills to aid others. So there's something that you're capable of doing. You don't know how to implement it, but it's like, oh, well, we'll figure it out on the way. Like you'll be guided through this. So there's no, like, that's where there's no pause beforehand. Like sometimes whoever this is wants to have everything planned out. Let me move this. Wants to have something planned out or is used to planning something out. And it's like, whatever this is, you can't do that with this. Or it's not even that you can't, you're not. Let's put it that way. You're not. It just doesn't serve you well. There is a feeling of the swiftness of things evolving, which that might have somebody else irritated. That might be where the irritation I'm feeling is coming from. But it's just this sense of something that you have the capacity for, just doing it. Use your skills to aid others. But how? Well, you'll figure it out. In the middle, we've got good fortune and friendship. So I feel like this is the level of new connections, networking, soul family, almost like they're showing me, okay, in social work, we have what's called a genogram, where we try to figure out the dynamics of a family or a situation. And we kind of like start with a center, which is the person, right? And then there's these little lines that come out and it has different people and how this person's connected this. This is also like systems theory. You can do the same. It's mapping to see where the overlaps, crosses, intersections, and things like that happen. Like it's kind of like that. There's this sense of at the heart or center of this is creating those networks, the connections. It's almost like, is it 6 degrees separation? 6 degrees or is it 7? Wee-hoo. And then over here, like, let your intentions be known, you're destined to succeed. On each side of this, it's like, so I'm going to do this because I'm really good at it. I don't know how, but I'm going to do it. And it's like, so proclaiming it before you, it just gives me an idea of not having all the answers or not having all your ducks in a row first before you just embark on something, before you declare, this is what I want, this is what I'm going to do. It's almost like you start planning for something before you know it can even really happen. Like saying, I'm going to move to Chicago in 2 months. You start looking for play. Like, you don't know how you're going to do this. Do I have the money? No. Do I have a job there? No. Do I have that? You know what I mean? So you just start. Like, you declare something. And Spirit's like, look, if you just declare it, if you make your mind up internally. Because sometimes I think that what we do is we declare things to others, but we don't buy it ourselves. Like, we're more concerned with convincing other people. And this is more of an individualistic declaration, in my opinion. It is, I'm going to do this, and then just start. You know, it's like going through the house and purging everything, and then packing up what's not necessary right now for this season, and having everything already ready. When you're like, do you have a house? No. Do you have a job? No. Do you have a damn? No. I don't know, but I'm going to start. Like, you're saying, I'm going to move. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know where I'm going to go, but I'm going to do it. It's that kind of feeling. And they're like, look, if you just declare this and you say, this is what I'm going to do, you're going to succeed at it, period, point blank. And maybe the good fortune is just in the doing and just in the internal declaration and deciding in the taking actions that you will be placed and connected with and put, like, it's like the right place, right time. New people, new faces, new connections. There's something about, like, the declaration happening first, the letting your intentions be known, and the mental, again, that communication, your expression. This is your truth, okay? And so you're like, this is what I want. This is what I'm going to do. No worries about needing to know how this is going to happen. And I get the feeling it's like, I know half of the stuff, right? Like, I can do all the things I know would have to go along with it, but there's a lot of things I don't know. It's like moving to a city for a job, like moving to a city and then getting the job versus getting the job and then moving to the city. Does that make sense? I'm really curious as to use your skills to aid others and what they're meaning there. I feel like this has something to do with a talent, or just that you might be an integral part to something somebody else needs. And so like, I'm getting by September, like, I'm getting a very short time frame. Because the energy that they're giving me, David, is like things are just one after another snowballing. So like a hamster ball, you know, where it's like, it's just constant. There's not a pause, wait, what do I do now? What do I figure? It's like life picks up speed. And it's almost like this internal dialogue or conversation happening back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And like, you're not even having to stop to go, okay, wait, what? And it's like you're getting feedback, real time, next step information. And it's like, as you're doing this, and the next thing is revealed, and the next thing, and it's like you're just kind of like doing, but it feels really rapid. It feels very nearby. I keep avoiding saying it, and they're like, 3 weeks. And I'm like, okay. But it's more like that's the energy for the next 3 weeks, if that makes sense. Like, I don't think it's going to take somebody 3 weeks to decide or declare something and then, you know what I mean? It feels like somebody's doing this in the moment. Okay, and we're going to go back to that, guys, okay? The idea of, like, somebody's reading instructions out to the person putting something together, right? And then, you know, like, before the person's done screwing that bolt in, the other person goes, and then you're going to grab this and da-da-da-da-da. It's like, before I ever have a chance to stop, to overthink something, to question things, to go, oh, I don't know, or anything like that, something new comes in. And because it keeps me busy, I don't have that moment to resist. I'm just in this energy of trust. Like, I'm trusting this person who's reading the instructions to tell me it correctly. I don't know if y'all have ever experienced this before. However, I had a ex-husband who was trying to put something together And I took over, and he's reading the instructions, and he's telling me, oh, over this one goes over there, right? Because I'm assuming he's looking at it accurately. Would you know we put that entire damn thing together backwards? I mean, I guess this is what happens when you have somebody that's potentially dyslexic. But anyways, and so it wouldn't do certain things because all kinds of devices were flipped, and things were flipped a certain. I was like, we got done with that. I was like, dude. But there's this level of trust that what you're getting is, it feels right, it sounds right, and it's like you're just in this energy of trust. You're not stopping to question. You're not doing the give me those. They don't like you're not doing that. You're just going through. So and I think that's where the next step is like, that gives me this choppy feeling of like, you know, when you say something, okay, next step, like it's like to me that's the energy of not pausing. Okay, what is the next step that we need to do? Like that feels like it's very, this is not that. So but use your skills to aid others. Oh, what? I had a dream about several judges and attorneys working on my case to make a ruling immediately. What do you make? Oh, okay. Oh. So something very well may be sped along. Okay, again, the overall energy though between all of this is, it's like there's this level of trust of just the doing, even though you're like, it's like you're being guided in the dark because you're like, you don't have all the answers, you don't even have all the steps, you probably don't necessarily have all the knowledge or know-how for something, but you're just doing it. You're kind of being guided. It's just, that's where this symbiotic, consistent conversation is happening. And I just get the feeling, okay, like it's just, it is a conversation. It's not that you're not asking questions. It's you're not challenging and you're not distrusting the guidance that you're getting. And somehow that's the question right there. I feel like there's something important with that, because, and the reason you're so trusting is like there's just this overall energy of very good fortune, and then again friendships. It's some kind of connections, networking, that's going to be very pertinent. Okay, so let's use your skills to aid others. Let's find out. Secret Tarot. There is an idea or notion of an accumulation of knowledge over time. And David, there was a beginning part where it was like I could feel like the ooze and goo trying to like attach to me, like somebody's negativity was really like dust being kicked up, somebody's like, you know how when you have those angry conversations in your head where you rerun a scenario a million different times and like you're debating in your in your head, it was that kind of an energy. You know what I mean? So it feels like somebody is just like not liking how things are just going along for you. Because it doesn't feel, it's like you're trying to just like Slough it off. Now they keep bringing me to the solar. It's like somebody wants to create that level of doubt or some type or self. So, okay, I'm getting this. Whatever they do, your self-confidence is not being wavered anymore by their actions, their energy, their projections, anything like that. Because I feel like it was your solar that can, like, if they can get you there, they can get you to stop, right? All that stopping, that very Virgo overanalyzation energy of having to have every little detail already plotted out so you knew exactly what you were going to do when, and somehow that's not penetrating you, and that's irritating the shit out of somebody. What tell you what? Mm-hmm. Alrighty. I'm getting two people. I'm getting a masculine and a feminine. This could be, I don't usually do signs, zodiac signs or anything else like that with my tarot cards, but we do have the King of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. That could have something to do with signs or the energy somebody operates out of. But I'm getting two people, two individuals. One very either passionate or like determined go-getter, and one very nurturing. I don't know. There's two separate energies there. They don't feel like the same person. Yeah, here's the thing. Somebody wanted to stop you from building something. They wanted you to feel limited, trapped, like you couldn't grow, collaborate, create something. What is the use your skills to aid others? Someone's subconscious fears, like the things that kept them held in place because they just wouldn't do, they just wouldn't take action, they just wouldn't attempt or try. Like somebody's just going for something, just doing it. I feel like there might have been a lot of stalls and stops, and it was like somebody trying to put like the fear within somebody that they can't handle something, can't do something, that can't, you know what I mean? To question the self a lot, because we're talking about the solar here. And I keep wanting to go here and like grab something. So somebody might have like an energetic cord that used to be there. And it's like somebody can sense it and feel it now. And like, they're just like, it doesn't get to, you can feel the energy attached to you or try to attach to you. It really can't, but it's real thick and you can sense it now. Like somebody's really picking up on this energy. Like they know when it's not theirs and they're trying to get rid of it. For whatever reason, it can't penetrate. Because we have the Moon and the Eight of Cups, which is walking away from either hidden fears, it just feels very subconscious. Things coming up within the subconscious. Things that you would buy into that would limit you, right? From attempting to create, build, expand on something, and to work with others. Don't know who are these people? Who is the King of Wands and the Queen of Cups? They bring me back to the signs. I do think that whoever's operating in a masculine energy is of a fiery sign. I don't do signs, guys, so I'm just saying. And feminine very well may have water placement. Highly aspected water placements. It's funny because we have this strength card here with the lion jumping across. There may be something. This could be What comes after? Well, we have Cancer and Leo season back to back. We're in Leo season. And the way that I read this particular card is always about the strength to own you, to own your truth, to own your weird, your unicorn, your authentic self. Like that's a level of brave. That's a level of strength that one has to cultivate. Okay, hold on a second. But I really am feeling energies attached to this. Why are you bringing these cards out? This feels external. This may be the individuals. Oh, these might be the individuals sending some yuck your way. These two people may have something to do with that. Because if you're over here using your skills to aid others, using what you've got, what you know, no longer responding to any kind of subconscious whatever, owning your uniqueness, your unicorn. I'm going to pull from New Era Elements. I want to know who the King of Wands and Queen of Cups are. Who are these? It is weird. It is giving me like a lot of okay. We have the Sun coming out with the King of Wands, which is very Leo energy. Leo. And then Queen of Cups, Temperance. It's okay. Maybe these aren't the people that are kicking up the dust. Now I'm trying to figure out who the dust people are. The unicorn, motherfuckers. The unicorn. What is the unicorn? Good fortune and friendship. Because these are not negative cards. The Sun card is like, okay. They're like, you guys don't like, oof. Then maybe there's some type of like level of these people coming in because you used to buy into a subconscious fear that left you not working, collaborating with, connecting, creating connections, growing something. So it kept you limited. So maybe this is the idea and notion that somebody didn't want you in a very trusting nature. Maybe somebody benefited from you feeling stuck and isolated and chained, right? And not like really not a victim to, but a slave to your own subconscious fears. And you're leaving that behind. And that's probably why they're irritated. Oh, so they're seeing you just consistently moving to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing, and things are just going for you. They're on movement, and they may see you get help or assistance. Okay, let's do I want this? Okay. And maybe this weirdness of the energy, I'm like, who are these people? It's like, because you don't know them. These are new individuals coming in. But I can say that you were leaving behind all your subconscious bullshit that you would project. Because remember, the moon also talks about projection and the reflection of things. Like you saw what you believed in other people. It kept you limited. and therefore unwilling to work with others, unwilling to collaborate, unwilling to grow and expand something. Your subconscious fear was reflected onto them. You projected this onto people. And there's something about you being in the right energy, owning your truth, and being authentically yourself, and being brave enough to do that, that has two people coming in. Okay. Let's talk about this. I was asking about your skills, but I'm like over here now all fixated. Maybe that's what this other person's going to do, is be fixated, the yuck energy. Yeah. Okay. There's something about you no longer being stuck. The 8 of Cups comes out again with the 4 of Cups. The 4 of Cups is that apathy card. It is just not even giving it a chance, not giving it a shot, not even trying. And you are leaving that behind. Oh, I need to get a new candle. My candle's going crazy. It's about to burn out. That's why it's going crazy. I'm going to put these 2 over here, because it feels like Spirit wants to address something else first, because I keep asking about this, and they're like, let's talk about this. So I'm going to put this over here, but I'm going to be asking some questions later, okay? Because I'm like, that is totally not you. Totally. I'm not saying that you're not like a, King of Wands, motivated, follow through, drive, willing to nurture something. I'm not saying you're not that, but I feel other energies attached to that. So let's talk about the skills then, Spirit. What are we talking about when we say use your skills to aid others? What does that mean? It's okay. You're in a good, I don't know why they said this. You're in a good place to not let somebody dethrone you. I feel like previously these subconscious fears would have been easily to knock you off your throne, your personal power, your belief, your self-worth, self-respect, all that kind of stuff. It was, you were still in a place where it was easy to knock you off. This is, look at the 7 of Wands. Nobody's removing me off of my throne now. I'm well equipped, well prepared. And so that's why something new is starting. Like you're just in the right space, energy, capacity. Like you're not easily dethroned. Okay, use your skills to aid others. We'll get there. And that is why things are allowed to proceed the way that they're proceeding. We got justice. Things are going to, like, it's almost like your commitment, your wherewithal, your knowing, like your sense of solidity within yourself. This trust you have with Spirit is just moving you forward. Like you were just, it's like your just rewards can come in now. There's going to be swift movement now that you have this sense of stability within yourself. Again, it's like there's just, I decide and I do. I decide and I do. Let your intentions, like I declare something and I just go for it. I just start. We have the Knight of Wands with the 4 of Pentacles. Things get to move fast now that there's this foundation set. And it's something that I think is related to something you've known for quite some time. The High Priestess is the internal knowing of something, that connection to downloads, to inspiration, to what was always meant to happen, what should be happening, what's a part of the things that should evolve and occur in our life. There was just this knowing. Okay, so we're bebopping back and forth between etheric woo-woo and a very real world something. So pardon me while we go boop, 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 back and forth between some of this shit, okay? Okay. So go ahead and declare something and move towards it, is what I want to tell you. You will be guided, and somehow what you're moving towards is going to really help others. And you're more than willing to create this network, collaboration, connections with people. And it is going to be because you are willing to speak your truth and be you that pulls them in. You don't have any of the self-doubt, self-loathing, questionable self-respect anymore. And you got to remember, I don't care how much you've gone through internal work. All it takes is one little amount, right? Like just a little bit. That thing is not one. Look at that. The power of that flame is going crazy. And it will not be put out. Like, I'm like, I mean, I want to put it out. Okay, so I put a candle on top of an old candle. Like, you know, like when one candle melts down to us like this. So it got so low, it lit the other flame. So there's two flames lit. There's something about you doing this being very infectious to others and almost like create some kind of ball rolling. But you see the level of determination and follow, like there's just no putting and squandering this out. You're in such a solid position right now. Okay. All right. We're going all over the place right now. We're just going every which way. I was wondering when you was going to speak up. Night Sun Tarot. So who has played on your fears before and was able to help, like almost like kick up insight and there now finally. Like somebody used to play on your fears, like whatever their energy did almost incited something in you. And it can't penetrate you. That's probably why somebody external to you is very fucking pissed with you right now. You're not as fearful. I think your fear kept you within a parameter they liked. They may have either felt in control of you, or they thought as long as you, this is true narcissism, right? Where as long as you don't know how powerful you really are, then they always feel more powerful than you, and it's almost like they have a level of control. Somebody was not. We're going to get to the other two, okay? Wow. Okie dokie. So hold on 1 second. Let me get this out. I've got what feels like at least 3 people here that are going to be coming into your life. We have the King of Wands and the Queen of Cups, okay? We also have now the King of Cups and the Emperor. For whatever reason, these feel the same. These feel like the same person. And these are separate from this person. Emperor, the person with the authority, the capacity, the ability. He is the person in charge of his empire, right? businessman, whatever. King of Cups has the tools, the resources, the capacity, but he chooses wisely where he pours his cup out, right? There's a very directing where they put their time, energy, and investment into. Both of these do that well. Then following these two, we have the World card, which is to me very far-reaching impact, influence. Like when we talk about somebody being able to network, like this motherfucker networks. He has worldwide connections. It is reaching the far corners. It is a world of opportunities at his fingertips, right? And then, lo and behold, the thing that comes up next would be Three of Pentacles again. So this motherfucker right here has everything to do with the person to collaborate with, the person to build with, the person to connect with. And the four, it's like Four of Wands is giving me like meant to come together, meant to connect, meant to cross paths energy. It's because it's giving me that like divine soul connection type of scenario where like this is just High Priestess has always meant to happen. As a reader, I get irritated when people show up into my fucking read and I don't know who. We'll get there, guys. So we're still talking about the King of Cups and the Emperor card. This is an individual that has a very specific skill set as well. And is very honed in on that. Eight of Pentacles, by the way. Then we have the Nine of Wands, which means, again, there's this level of discernment. I don't know if it's discretion. King of Cups just isn't important to anybody. Emperor is very, very selective. Thank you. Selective. Both of these, this individual is very, very selective. So their wall is up to a lot of. I feel like they have to have that level of discernment and guardedness because of their influence, their status, their level of connections. And so it's not easy to get to them, not easy to connect to them. That might be where the two motherfuckers come in. Not easy to get to. They have to be very protective and on guard. Magician. I just feel a lot of influence, ability, capacity with this person, and that's why a lot of people want near them. That's odd. I wasn't seeing that coming. You've got something that can benefit them, and they've got something that can benefit you. We have the Justice card coming out again with the scales balanced and truth being spoken, the sword of truth being up. This is integrity, honest, and fairness. This is a very fair individual. We got the scales balanced. There's something about tipping the scales into balance. We did have the Temperance card come out earlier to describe the Queen of Cups. There's something that the two of you, like, you come in contact with a person through fortunate connections. There's this equal reciprocity where you bring some level of balance to them and they bring some level of balance to you. You each bring something to the table. How does this fucking work? How does this happen? I literally asked it and they were like, you will be guided through this card. You will be guided through darkness. Funny, because the moon card over here is not the same as this moon one. I think before, the darkness scared you. The not knowing exactly how really bothered you. And that's where your subconscious spirit would kind of come in. Now you're like, whatever. Okay, this is going to be a lot of change. But how? How does this person connect? There's something in the actions that you'll be taking that will, like a chain reaction, connect you to this person, okay? Again, good fortune. We have two individuals over here who might play a factor in, like, might be the middleman in the connection with. Because we have the two of wands, which is taking action towards the passion, towards your truth, towards what you want, the Ace of Wands, right? Then we have the Knight of Swords, which is a complete 180, a trajectory change, a cutting out of something, and it's almost like a severance of something. Like, this is a whole new path. This comes through very quickly, maybe almost disruptively, or like they want to give me like this. There's like interruption. There's like an interruption to something. This swift change or trajectory or pivot brings about a lot of joy. And by putting your focus here, your ships come in. Why does it feel so cryptic? Like, this person, maybe that's what they're trying to say. Like, this person, it's going to be very difficult for me to read this person that's coming in because they must have some heavy protection around them. Might be why you're unaware of them or you can't feel them or anything else like that. But like they may have a lot of protection around them. All right, let's get back to this. Who are these two people? Are these the two people bringing you two together? Are these spirit? Is this spirit? Who are you? Why are they being so fucking coy, guys? I ask, who are these two people? We got the Queen of Cups again. But instead of the King of Wands, we have the Knight of Wands. And I want you to see this. The way the cards are in this one, the King of Wands and the Queen of Cups are facing one another. And this one, the Queen of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles are facing opposite directions. Give me just a second. This is weird. The energy's weird. I'm like you get to know enough that there's people there. I don't know why these people are showing up. Like, I can't connect them. I'm making guesses at this point that they have something to do with this person or whatever. And I'm like, is this spirit? Are you all bringing people together? Like, what is this? What is happening? Like, I don't understand. Are you going to bring it? Are you going to help us to understand? Like, what? We have the Knight of Swords again. Something comes in quickly to change things. The winds of change. A swift change. Something lifts a burden very quickly. We've got the 10 of Wands with the Knight of Wands. We have the Knight of Wands showing up 3 times. If anybody had any questioning in regards to timing of this, like when I tell you, I feel like it's so quickly. Like, it's very quick. Like, the ball just is rolling. Like, it's almost already rolling in that direction. Something comes in very fast. Something relieves or changes this oppressive energy. 10 of Wands. Very fast. And if you have the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands around whatever this oppressive energy is, whatever is weighing down on you, because remember, the 10 of Wands is here to tell us and remind us that we don't have to do it all alone. Is no longer our burden to bear. We move into the Ace of Wands, which is the drive, the passion, the follow through, the want, the desire. Some people are going to come in to help you with this. Very, very fast. They're coming in quickly. Who are these people? Where do they come from? Well, they bring stability. And yet again, I'm getting the same energy. I think these 2 people are connected to this Emperor. I got to be honest with you. Because if you're giving me this very discerning, selective, protective, almost hidden at times individual, right? Like, they're not the ones to have the first level of contact with somebody. It's almost as if there's this barrier, the 9 of Wands, that stops things from getting to, like, people can't go. It's like people have to go through somebody to get to them. Right? Because I'm like, who is, like, I don't get it. And I'm like, who are these people? And we've got the King of Swords and the Hierophant. That gives me the same fucking energy as the King of Cups and the Emperor. Remember I said he governs over his empire. He's created something. He's very in charge of something. He's a very authoritative person. And the King of Swords has a level of top-notch discernment and makes quick, decisive choices, decisions. Like, he's not one to waffle or waver. He sees it all, because you come from the Queen of Swords so you have that eagle-eye view. The level of discernment's on point. And when, like, he has final decisions, final says. Whatever, I make up words around here, okay? Leave me alone. And then we have it with the Four of Pentacles. Okay, give me. So it's got to be some type of offer. Like, I feel like these two people over here are somehow connected to the Emperor, this authority. And it's like, Knight of Wands, something very quickly coming in. Something evolving and starting and moving forward very fast. Like a swift movement to bring something in. Somebody's cup is full. Because take a look at this shit. We've got the Lovers, which is all about choice, decision, options, right? And then we've got the Page of Swords, which is communication. That could be an offer, that could be an invitation, that could be... They're being so cryptic with this. Like, I'll get one thing and it's like, oh, all kinds of information comes in. And then it's like a little something and it's like, they're very tight-lipped, is what I want to say. It feels very tight-lipped. It's almost as if keeping something from that energy that would love to disrupt it, kick up the dust, do things like that. Oh my gosh. This is almost hard to break through. It's like they're telling me something, but not telling me everything. You know, like when friends sit across the way and they're like, and they're trying to get you to, you know, kind of thing. And it's like they want you to hit on something without saying too much. And I'm like, this is not helping, guys. It's not. The fuck is the Four of Pentacles? What are you trying to fucking say with that? It's not stability. Oh, they've been hesitant to offer some to God, guys. All right, so something's going to, the next step is just, there's a level of communication that's coming through. There is a sense of not having to do everything on your own. There's going to be a trajectory change. It's just happening very rapidly. It's coming in very soon. There's some person with a level of authority that then seems to, the Four of Pentacles, we've got the Page of Cups with the Devil. Like there's something more to this. There's something more, because it's like something may have been. It could have been like something was being withheld. Something was being withheld. Something wasn't coming forward. Something wasn't being shared. I get a stagnant, resistant energy to the Four of Pentacles. But then a message with either a choice, options comes through. And again, I always think of the Page of Cups as something that's going to be refreshing, fulfilling, desirable. But more to it than that. God, this gives me the energy. I'm sorry, guys. It gives me the energy of the person who really wants to be like, I think you're amazing. I think da-da-da-da. But they need to suss you out a little bit more. So they go, let's offer them a job. Like, I know that sounds so stupid. It's like, and then, like, through that process, it's like not coming right out with something. That's why I feel like this whole, I'm like, okay, come out with this, spit it out. Maybe this emperor is going to send some feelers. Maybe this emperor talks to these people about you. And is like really eager to reach out to somebody. Maybe there is a sense of wanting to, like, there's this gathering of like intel, like, you know, when you try to get to know somebody, like, oh, you know what, I think we're friends with the same person, we're both connected on da. How about blah blah blah? Like, it's like the 6 degrees of separation kind of idea again, you know. It's like, instead of just coming out with it and saying the shit, this person's exceptionally protective and doesn't share everything at once, doesn't really isn't very upfront, like it wouldn't just come right out with it. It would be like saying, why don't you throw a party and I'll show up, and make sure you invite so and so. Like, it's like, I don't know why they feel like they've got to be very cautious about outright just offering something. They're very hesitant. It's like trying to get to somebody through the association. This feels in reverse. I'm going to be fucking honest with you. This feels like it's in reverse. Like, instead of you trying to get to somebody powerful, or when I say powerful, they've got resources, they're in a position of authority, they, you know what I mean? And they reach out to you through other means. It's the idea and notion that nothing has happened, nothing has transpired, nothing. We've got the 7 of Pentacles, which is the idea or notion or belief of failure. The 5 of Swords, the, like, being tied up in something, not being able to make something happen. There's this level of conflict within trying to make something happen. And so there may be just this, I heard failure to launch. The Star, like, this would be somebody who, if they had information somebody needed and they couldn't directly give it to them, so they had to, you know, make something appear very happenstance, or, you know what I mean? Like, there's this roundabout, not direct. It's not fucking direct. But this motherfucker is, this person is a direct person. But the way in which they have to go about their business and what they do is like without prying eyes, almost. Because we have the Star card, like being guided to do to something, being highlighted, being, and the Pentacle is something breaking ground, Is this Emperor just not, whoever the Emperor is, are they just not willing to, whatever they have would bring justice? Are they not willing to step forward? Are they not willing to step forward? Are they not willing to come right out? It's like they wouldn't come up to you directly. There's this middleman situation, the degrees of separation. Okay, somebody help me out here, because this is like, and it's like I do this sometimes, guys, and David Parker can talk to this. Some people put up such a level of intensity around their energy. It's like they're willing to like share but not share. Like I can and I won't. And it's like having to wade through marshy mud. That's what this like getting this message out. It was easy peasy at first, and then it was, and I don't think that has anything to do with who I'm reading for. It's reading the energies that are around it. Remember I said I felt like I can't, I'm like, is this emperor the same? I don't feel like the emperor is the same as the person that's, but I was feeling like sludge, like some slime, like something sticking to you and you're trying to get it off. Like something very dense. I guess maybe that was spirit trying to warn me. Energy is going to be a little dense. Maybe there's been difficulty in two people coming together. One, because they have to be very cautious because of their position and authority and what they do. They have to be exceptionally discerning, maybe because they have a lot of connections, maybe because they have a lot of resources, or because of a role that they play. And then the other person, it's been difficult for them to come in contact with the emperor because they've had somebody messing with their self-worth, their self-confidence, their level of determination and motivation and follow, you know what I mean? And so if one person is in like having to wade through yuck, and the other person is like, I can't just come right out because it'll put attention on me, and like there's something about that can't happen. Like there is a level of caution and discernment and protection around one, and the other that's been having to deal with shitty shit, you know what I mean? Like having to work through that, and like somehow that creates issues of connecting. And then out of nowhere, we have two motherfuckers just standing around. And I keep going, is that spirit? Like this would be like a guide. This is like guides, like two guides maybe trying to bring people together, trying their fucking damnedest, but there's been all this shit. And to make it work, to make these two connect is very difficult. It's like for the emperor, for whoever one person is, there's one, and then for the other, there's another. Like there's a very masculine guide and a very feminine guide, albeit I feel like it's reversed. Like whoever is the masculine, whoever, like it would be like a feminine guide for a masculine person and a masculine guide for a feminine person. I don't know why they're bringing that up. But they are trying so hard to get these two together. Like, can you imagine the person that just needs to take action and is just in the flow? How hard it would be to get that person to the emperor if they're not taking any action, on top of the level of protection or barrier that it seems to be able to get directly to this person. But the funny thing is, it's not funny. It's the great thing is the person who has had yuck being projected onto them, not dealing with that shit anymore. They are in the groove. They're on the move. I feel like they are in constant, like they're not in that distrusting energy anymore. They're not in the resistance. They're just in the doing, and things are just like in the little hamster ball. It's just going all over, like it's happening. And they're in this, like they're owning their weirdness. They're being led through whatever. So I feel the energy on one side opening up, and then I get this idea of like, there's a collaboration, there's connections being made. This notion of 6 degrees of separation, there will be something to pull the two together. Like maybe there's somebody that has the in with the emperor. Guys. I swear to God, I have like 4 Queen of Cups out here. Here's 3. Where'd you go, motherfucker? Well, there was a King of Cups. So I have 3 Queen of Cups. I'm just making a fucking mess at this point. I don't give a shit. I have 3 Queen of Cups. I do not like it when you make me work so motherfucking hard. Okay, what do you want them to know about this? If you're like, the next step is what then? Because I feel like that's a whole hell of a lot of backstory. And the next step is some massive, major, I think we got 3 Knight of Wands. Some massive, major, transformative, fast-moving thing happening. A trajectory change or a pivot. We've got at least 2 Knight of, see, here's another Knight of Wands. And we got 2 Knight of Swords. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, something very, very fucking fast is going to happen. Some type of communication that brings about change. Is it this motherfucker? Is the motherfucker, is he gonna send a message through something or someone? Like, I feel like an elephant sitting in my chest. And there's just, no, they said no. They said no. I'm going back to New Era elements. Just connect the dots for me, because at this point, I feel like I am, you know, in quicksand when they say quit fighting it, it just only makes you sink faster. The only way to get out is to what, wiggle or lay down or some shit. I'm laying down, Spirit. I'm laying down. What is this shit? What is fucking going on? Oh, Jesus Christ. You're fucking kidding me. Okay. It's as if. Now, I know I said in the beginning. I don't think this other Queen of Cups is the same as this Queen of Cups. Okay? I feel like these 2 are like spiritual guides. Fucking bear with me. This Queen of Cups came out with the Knight of Wands. This energy or idea of not seeing something coming as fast as it is. They weren't facing each other, right? I do feel like the further we get along, because the Emperor is the King of Cups, that somehow these 2 might be, remember I said the 4 of Wands felt like some kind of like divine, it doesn't have to be a counterpart, guys. Like, there's a soul contract. There's something meant to happen. High Priestess energy, right? Like, destined, meant to come across, help, assist, blah, 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 coming together. Someone is meant to come in and help. The Queen of Cups would be the person that's like ready, willing, and able to receive whatever this is. I feel like an elephant is sitting in my chest. Sorry, David. I know y'all are just having a conversation. I just got nosy for a second. Okay. is like sitting on my chest, sitting on my chest, sitting on my chest. There is something on offer. Jesus Christ. I don't know how this is going to come through. But basically, the next step is these two are working on bringing two people together so that something can be offered to the other. It's going to be a choice that one can make, but it's coming through very, very fast. It will, if chosen, because we have the Two of Pentacles with the Ten of Cups, will bring an exceptional amount of joy. Yeah, return to happiness, optimism. What is the Page of Cups then? What's on offer? Let's see if I can backdoor this shit. Wheel of Fortune, a change in fortune, a change, things going your way. Whatever is on offer will help things go in your favor. Please explain. It'll bring it into something which we know is the oppression and the beginning of something else, which is the Fool card. Are you allowed to give specifics on what is on offer? Why is this not being more direct? This is like some formal level of commitment. Either it could be a job, it could be a higher level relationship, or it's like access. We got the Hierophant here. Okay. Sorry. Let me understand. Ace of Water, Ace of Cups. Either they're offering up what they do, because the Hierophant came out previously to describe this person. It's like Emperor, Hierophant, King of Cups, King of Swords energy. I feel like they embody all of those. That's a reason why they're the Emperor. Like the level of discernment, the level of knowing, the level of authority, the level of know-how. They don't just offer their cup to anybody. And the Page of Cups could be you receiving this cup from them, not seeing how this could be more than what is being presented. What's in the cup? What is in the cup? What is in the cup? And why is there 6 degrees of separation between these two motherfuckers? What is in the cup? What is in the cup? It's a manifestation of that which you want. It's whatever they have to offer will allow what you want and desire and what you've been trying to manifest to be given birth. It'll happen. Somebody is very cryptic here. Somebody's very protected with their energy. This is, I would say that this person is does not make direct contact with just anybody and everybody. I feel like they feel slightly removed. Like there's this barrier that people have to get through to get to them. This level of connection with people. I would say the next step is the two of these people coming together. And it's like not sharing exactly the way that it happens, but saying why it's happening right now, and that this connection is going to, and it's like describing the people involved in this so that people know if it's them, but not wanting to give too much away. I feel the idea of like, like saying something without saying something. Me and my kids were joking around this week. And out of nowhere, I hear my son. We're in the most innocuous place, and he's like, "And that's how cats get fat." And it's my 20-year-old. I'm like, "The fuck did I just walk up on?" You know what I mean? I was like, "What is it? What are you two talking about?" That statement comes out of your mouth. So we all joked around. We were like, "Okay, so from now on, what we're going to do is anytime somebody comes up and we don't want them to hear what we're saying, or somebody enters into a conversation or in our vicinity, somebody needs to go, and that's why the cat is fat." And it'll be like our code word for shut the fuck up. Nobody needs to, you know what I mean? And so it's like, because it was just funny the way it came out and the way it was said. And we were like, what? And so it was like, oh, like we started doing this whole thing last week where we're like, okay, and this is going to be our code word for this. And anytime you say that, then this is going to, like we just being stupid, right? But like starting to pick up on all the little nuances. But that's why it feels like it's something in code, something that it's like wouldn't be put on blast. So this cup, whatever's on offer, is not going to be put on blast. It may come through another party. Because it may be that spirit is trying to connect through 6 degrees of separation, right? And there may be some middleman, some level of workaround. It could be whatever it is. It's indirect. Okay, so the bringing together of these two people happens in a very indirect fashion. It could be through a third party. It could be that the emperor themselves is like, I would like to be there the day when you meet with so and so. You know what I mean? Like just like oh, I happen to be there, and oh, we happen to bump into each other. Only it's very coordinated. It's not so, but it's made to look that way, either because of prying eyes or because of prying eyes. They said because of prying eyes. So it's like either at the direction of this emperor, at the direction of spirit, there's going to be a coming together. And so maybe that's what it is that you need to remain in this energy of next, like before you, like never stopping to analyze anything that happens next. Next step, next step, next step. Because it's all leading to this coordination of coming together with a person. And so it's almost as if and that might irritate the living shit out of somebody because they may see you making progress towards something. Your fears are no longer inhibiting you. They're not delaying you. You're not stopping yourself from doing something or following the guidance. You're working in tandem with spirit right now. And so it's like before you ever have a moment to question the next step is rattled off and you're off doing your thing. I feel like there's going to be some very rapid changes right now. Whatever it is, the energies are very conducive for bringing two individuals together that can help one another, because the scales will balance as a result. It brings in a level of justice for somebody. And it's going to irritate the shit out of someone else that this happens so seamlessly and under the radar from their purview, and that any attempts that they make to thwart you don't work. So maybe this is more of not spirit saying, and that was the distinction. They were like, not the next step. They wanted to talk about the overall energy of staying in that. Like just keep doing as the next thing is rattled off and you keep going with it. Don't do the stopping. Don't do the what is this and how should, and let me look at it. It's like, no. This is the perfect energy. We are working to bring things together because it's that start and stop question. I'm not so sure, blah, 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 blah. The lack of trust that has slowed the two of them coming together. And so someone needs to be introduced into your life, and you have to be more, there's a level of resistance on their end because they have this this barrier around them because of the position that they have in life that they hold and what it is that they do. Like there's just something where eyes are definitely on them. And so it's more about positioning you in close proximity and getting you through certain things. I do get like a 6 degrees of separation. So in the next 3 weeks, it feels like things are going to just unfold and happen in such a way because you keep taking action as you're being guided to take it, and things seem to be unfolding. And it almost gives me this instant manifestation type of energy where it's like, where again, the conversations, I need this, and it shows up and you're like, okay, I got this. And then it's like, I need this, and you know what I mean? It's this seamless back and forth with the universe. And you need to stay in that. Like, you don't even ask what the next step is because it's going to be presented to you, and you don't question it when it does. You just keep following. You just keep going. And I just feel the working through those degrees of separation. Okay. Wait, what? Oh my gosh, guys, I didn't keep up with what the two of you were fucking saying. Oh, I am. Jesus Christ, y'all had a massive. Wow, loved it, and it is true, David. It's amazing that you picked up on it. I have had a hard time with myself for self-confidence, even though I knew I deserve. Okay. Wait, what? What happened? Okay. Won't be on for a long time, but wanted to say hi to everyone. This is resonating with me. Oh, okay. Won't say much, but yeah. Hi, Kelsey. I'm still up for moving to the coast. Mishka, that is because you have a powerful emanating energy all the time. When you enter the room, everyone notices. Like, how's everyone doing? Hi, Manny. No worries. I'm still working on my CE club. Isn't the Emperor like a judge? He can be. The Hierophant even more so, in my opinion. Well, I had my court yesterday for my bankruptcy, so that is all set and done now. Oh, yes, hesitant because of the numbers. Read the email. Yes, it is called a precedent-setting case. Will someone get her attention to read the email? Who has her phone number? It's better when I don't read stuff like that. I mean, once in a while it happens. Like I did that with Kelsey the other day. I was like, wait, what? But for me to not stop, like it's actually more authentic. If I'm able to give the message without seeing anything from a person like email or chat, then you know the message is actually coming through for me. To me, that brings more oomph to the channeling process, like integrity. David. I know, David. Even when you give me permission, I'm like, Jesus Christ. Like sometimes it's like a breeze, and then other times I hit like a tender spot or something in the energy, and then it's like it stiffens up, and it's hard for me to move through it. I'm like, oh, good. I have 2 female guides, and both are walking around going, "What the fuck with me?" Oh, Lordy. Oh, thank you, David, Manishka, and 2 others. It just proves how good she is. I think that's for me. I don't fucking know. God, y'all. You know what? I have 2 female guides, and both are walking around going, "What the fuck?" Okay, she's talking about the opposing party was ordered to pay us, and they didn't. Damn, half the shit I don't even fucking remember what I say, guys. This is me going back, going, "What was the like?" I will miss parts of the message. Like I just will, because it just goes as soon as I say it. What? Okay, I have to go. Only one is doing that. The other, what is she talking about? The opposing party was ordered to pay us, and they didn't. Oh, what she is. Okay, God, I can't. Yeah, I couldn't keep up. Whoop, there it is, rolling on the floor, laughing my ass off. You need to back up and read what I wrote. I am! Read the email. Share the info. What the fuck? Email? Like most people message me on Instagram. Is it, which email address did you use? Is it the Weird and WooWoo booking at Weird and? Which email is you use? Okay, dang it. All right. Let me see. I have a million emails, guys. Okay. All right, David Simpkins. I don't know which email you sent it to. I did the booking one. Let me go to the Weird and WooWoo then. All right, buddy. I'm not seeing the email. It didn't come through to me. So I don't know what email you're talking about. I apologize. I don't know where it is. Check to make sure it went through, because I don't have it on my end. Not even in the spam folder. Oh, Lord have mercy. I'm trying, guys. I know I'm going to freaking whatever with this in a minute. Yeah, I don't have anything. So I'm sorry. Try to send it again. I don't know where it is. Obviously, maybe somebody didn't want you to send it to me. But it does feel like something is meant to kind of come through for somebody. It's just very covert and very moving the pieces around, making sure something happens so that something doesn't get thwarted by this energy that's just sending negative energy to somebody, this person, whatever. There are people involved in this situation. Then type out which email you sent it to. Because I just went to both of my Weird and WooWoo ones and it's not there. Somebody's pulling some shit. I got nothing. Oh. I got nothing. Sorry, hun. Alrighty, well, I'll keep looking. But no need to keep people on here for no reason. So hope everybody has a fantastic either one. I've got booking.weirdandwoowoo@outlook.com. That's the one that most people will use. Like booking, like BOOKING .weirdandwoowoo all together at Outlook. So, alrighty, I'm gonna hop off. Hope everybody has a fantastic and wonderful day. We were holy shit. That was so hard to get through, motherfucker. Holy shit. It's been an hour and a half at least because I've been talking for about 10 minutes. I gotta go. I have to finish getting ready for other stuff. So I hope everybody has a fantastic day. I will be looking for it, David. And you all have a fantastic, I just said this a million times. I will talk to you all later.